Join the Anti-Defamation League as they team up with the Florida Panthers when they play the Dallas Stars Saturday, March 4th at 7 p.m. at the BB&T Center to kick off a night of awareness for No Place for Hate, the ADL's National Anti-Bullying Initiative. Bring the kids, bring the family to this fun, feel-good event. Join in recognizing the student leaders, schools, and programs that make a positive impact on our youth. For more information, contact the Anti-Defamation League at 561-988-2900 or go online to purchase tickets directly at thebbntcenter.com. Give the ADL a call and get involved with this community family event at 561-988-2900. Well, it's noontime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. So let's break open the lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go by easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Don and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or dream making. It's the feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work or play, a movie review, a restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll-free 1-800-889-0267 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddie S. get your happy juices flowing.
Monday.
Good Monday.
We are on.
What is that?
I have no idea.
That's La Vie en Rose.
Oh.
That's who?
La Vie en Rose.
You got that?
No. I don't know what that means, but did you hear? Breaking news. First of all, good afternoon. South Florida, New York City, Atlanta, Chicago, and all them peeps that we don't
San
mention.
Francisco
And
Washington, D.C.
soon to be, do you have an address?
I do.
All right, then Washington, D.C. it is. Yes. Did you hear the latest? Breaking news.
I'm afraid to ask.
The Play-Doh Company is coming back to the United States. It will hire 20 people in Massachusetts.
20?
20.
Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Only 20?
Is this because
So
of our
what?
president?
Well,
They
why?
left. They went to South America.
Okay,
And
and
they're
is this
coming back.
because
And they're coming back.
is
They'll
he
be here
bringing
next
them
month.
back? Is it because of Trump?
What do you think it is? I don't care why. I don't care
Our
why.
Play-Doh's safe again. Thank you.
I only care.
Play-Doh. I love Play-Doh. You know the only problem with Play-Doh when my kids were little is when it would get stuck to the patio.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have to wait till it dried out to sweep it up.
That's not what you do.
But it smells so good.
It's got that
Delicious.
smell, right? But I used to love making Play-Doh when I was teaching with the kids.
Yeah.
I used to love making Play-Doh in the classroom.
No.
You know, we're going to do that one day.
Let's.
We are going to
You
make
wanna see
Play-Doh here. I see myself.
see
I need
I
it.
don't care.
Do you know?
I need to do that. I need that craft.
You remember when Play-Doh used to sell the kitchen set?
Yes,
And you
Sister had
squeeze it
one?
through the things? Yeah.
I used to take it from her.
of course you do. Of course
Such a
you do.
girl.
Are we up in live streaming? Because my
Absolutely.
phone is not live streaming.
It's a
We're up in
bisexual
live
game
streaming.
there. Not bisexual.
We are live
oh my lord.
streaming?
It's a I said bisexual
Yes,
game.
you did.
I did. No, that's not what I meant. It's a
It's gender friendly.
gender friendly game. I'm
It's
so sorry.
non-gender specific. It can be used for everybody.
Because I had the barber shop, and you think that's a boys' game,
It was.
Really?
Put it in the hole over here.
but
The barber shop in the kitchen.
yes,
No,
And
the
you'd
black
put the
one.
people on the chair, and then you would crank it, and the hair would come out of its head.
yes, and then you could style it sometimes with a
Who's
little
that?
mold.
Play-Doh.
Oh,
you
yeah.
missed a
Back to
whole
Play-Doh.
Do
thing.
you remember all the
just now.
colors that it
We
had?
were trying to get Danielle's mic to work.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Can I have your pen, and I'll plug you in here.
The other thing, breaking news.
Breaking
Yes,
news.
yes. I'm sorry.
Did you see the Oscars last night?
I sure did. I sure did.
Movie of the year is
Oh, my God.
La La Land.
Try the
Oops.
other one.
Uh-oh, what's going
Movie of
on?
the year is La La Land.
I know, right? There you go.
Okay.
And they said, oops, it's not.
So I fell asleep, and every time an award would come up, my husband would say, "Are you awake?" No, I'm asleep. Well, they won, and I go back to sleep. And the next one, did you hear what happened? No, I'm asleep. He goes, well, let me tell you what happened. And then I go
Aw.
back to sleep. I go, why did you keep waking me up? He's like, I didn't realize you were sleeping.
But did you see that La La Land did not win?
No.
And the guy was saying, thank you, Mom, for making me
Yes.
Thank you, Dad.
But he was
for thinking of
gracious.
me.
He was
I
gracious.
heard they were so gracious, and someone posted that. If
They
we
were.
can all learn from how gracious they were, that there are human error. People still do things, and there is human error, and you say, I'm sorry, and we move on. What another life learning lesson.
And
Well,
Jimmy
there's a
Kimmel-
reason I brought this up.
But Jimmy Kimmel was very funny about it and also very gracious.
Yeah, he said to Warren Beatty, what did you do? You messed it up. I didn't mess it up. I looked at it. I wasn't making fun, but
He
it
was
was wrong.
stalling. He
He
was
knew
stalling.
it was wrong.
But he should have said, wait a minute, is this correct?
Yes. I have Best Actress here.
Do you know how much money they pay Warren Beatty for that?
Do they?
Really?
Almost $200,000.
I want that gig.
Right.
5 minutes?
Just to say
5
something.
minutes? I want that gig. Can we get that?
Just-
and then the
Maybe
president,
Monica, can you make that happen?
the president of CBS came on.
But you know what? You know all the free stuff that they get backstage too. They
You
get
get
a-
about $200,000 worth of
it's
stuff.
you get vacations.
No, the people that are in the audience get bags.
Yes, everybody
Oscar
gets. Yes, presenters get bags.
$250,000.
Did you see the tour bus come through?
Yes.
That's so fun. Do you think that was a real tour bus, or do you think they were
I think
extras?
it was real.
Extras.
I think it was
Listen,
real.
everything is planned because of security and everything has to be pre-planned. Now, the reason I brought this up,
Can we say where we are at the moment, though, first?
where are we?
We're live streaming on Facebook at AMP2 TV Productions, and we're also live streaming on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe. We are on Periscope at AMP2 TV. I think we're pushed out on LinkedIn at AMP2 TV,
Yes.
and we are on our own YouTube channel at AMP2 TV.
Are we on Russian Facebook too?
We are on Russian
Okay.
Facebook at vk.vk.com.
Come. And he's working on a Japanese Facebook.
Das vidanya.
Fabulous.
Hey, listen.
And we're on Twitter and Instagram.
That's
You can
right.
find us hashtag the Brooklyn Cafe.
That's right.
Give us a call, 800-889-0267.
There was no reason for you not to find us. Now, these are Facebook people have asked if we wanted to be on there, and we said yeah, and that's how that whole thing happened. Now, I got breaking news some more.
Okay, let's share.
Nice.
Two different ideas. I wrote to the Downtowner in Delray. Do you know the Downtowner?
Yes.
It's that little card that takes you around for free because
Let's go
you're
in the trolley.
'cause
Oh,
you're-
she doesn't even know what happened on Friday.
you're all boozed up.
Oh, I heard the show. I listened to the show. But I
Okay,
don't-
well, there's something we're gonna do a show on the trolley.
Of course you
We
are.
wrote to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
it's
need a
gonna be- it's
GoPro.
gonna be
We
quite-
need a GoPro.
I
Yeah,
have
GoPros,
one.
the
You do?
cameras.
I do. Yes.
All of that. But we're going to call this the Downtowner. So I wrote to them. Also, we are looking to place ads on Hulu,
Very cool.
Netflix, and on Amazon
Comcast.
Prime.
Okay, your next phone
Comcast.
call should be the water taxi. Do a show on the water taxi.
We're going to do a show from the kayak. But let me tell you what happened Friday on our show.
Oh, that's right. You
I
weren't there.
I know I listened to it and I was
Did you hear what happened?
He's healing.
yes. I heard the snap. I heard snap.
Unbelievable. Look at that. Almost took off my hand.
He took a
lung
mousetrap for me.
came out of me.
Oh god.
Is that not true partnership or what? He
I
took a
know.
mousetrap for me.
It got stuck to my fingers when it happened. Then she pushed it in there. It was this exercise
But it
from
sounded
Epic Adventure.
so funny. I'm sorry. That the whole sound effect, the leading up to it. It
You
was,
should have seen everybody in that
brilliant.
place laughing.
It was brilliant.
It was a fun set. I have to. The maze was great. The
maze.
camera, the HD on the maze on everything was amazing.
You
The
got a lot
lighting.
of points, right? You got a lot of points.
Yeah, it wasn't so good. But once I realized I could shimmy underneath it and not, we did an exercise on trust with Outdoor Adventure, and we did it at a gym.
And as you can see, I took the bullet.
And
for
one
that.
was going through a maze and not touching the ropes. I got 4 points. But when I learned I could go underneath it, you could go any which way you want. I didn't touch. But then we did a mousetrap exercise. It was all about trusting your partner. But the mousetrap got stuck on Freddie's finger, and when we pulled away, it was still stuck on Freddie's finger.
No, it was on Freddie's hand.
And it went snap. But it's like a smiley face, so now you remember me with a smile.
Dawn, this stupid thing has hurt all weekend.
My
Just to let
husband
you know.
said, he's listening, he says, there is no way this is going to end well. There is just not going to happen. He goes, snap. But you know what impressed him the most?
What?
Is you didn't yell and scream and carry on.
I know. You're right. He didn't.
He kept waiting for some verbiage to come out of your mouth, and it
come
did not.
on.
He was impressed.
That was a great
I have to
gig.
agree with
It was
He said,
fun.
did it really hurt? I'm like, it was bleeding.
No, it hurt.
It
It hurt a lot.
was impressive. So
I feel sorry for Mike that got caught in that thing. I'm
What
telling
I,
you.
what I was
That thing
imagining
hurt.
when I was listening to it at home was just, it was like out of a cartoon.
But Curtis did a great
He
job.
did, and I thanked
So
him.
thank you, Curtis, for filling in. We missed you, but it was a fun shoot. And this Friday, we're going to be at Atlantic High School.
Oh my.
JJ and Miss Lulez and Jackson and some of the other kids have put together a remote. And it's about Be Strong, No Place for Hate, the Anti-Defamation League. Tracy's going to be
I
there.
love that.
Amanda will probably be there. So we're going to stream our hour The principal's going to be there. What an amazing principal. She replies to emails and praises the students.
I love that.
Unbelievable.
It's a big deal.
And then we'll stay. We said we'll film a second hour. They have to have music. They have segues. They've got commercial spots. Maybe we can run the audio commercial somehow. I don't know.
Well,
This
there's
week we
three
can figure it out.
pieces. We have to figure out what we're doing because I got all this music and stuff that they want to play. I
Maybe
don't
they
know
can
how to
edit
do
it.
it,
But
we'll
they,
get to that.
you know, we posed the challenge and we said, you do what you want to create to raise awareness, and it's all to kick off the Saturday night ADL Panthers game. And we're going to do it Friday. And
Wow.
they rose to the challenge, and the administration and the teachers and the students and IT have all come forward and said, yes, let's make this No Place for Hate, this anti-bullying initiative.
A lot
That
of fun.
is
And we
amazing.
have on the 4th, we have
The Panthers game, Anti-Defamation League. It's to raise awareness of the ADL's No Place for Hate anti-bullying initiative. Saturday night, Florida Panthers play the Dallas Stars at the BB&T Center, 7 p.m. We will be there. Anyone who goes on our AMP Facebook page or through the ADL Florida Region Facebook page and use the promo code ADL, you get a free slap shot at the end of the game.
That's right. Come on down and have some fun with us. I guarantee there is not going to be a dry eye in that place from the laughter. If Friday was any indication.
And they have raised, as far as I know, $4,500 in scholarship money to get kids in need to the game.
Probably more.
And kids who can't get to the game by individual basis, they're having people arrange to take them and get them there. So JJ will be there, Jackson will be there. Anyone who wants to come, we could not rent a bus because of liability, but the kids will get there and they will have a seat.
And
And
what's the number to ADL?
the number for ADL, give them a call, of course. 561-988-2900. Ask for them directly. You can go to BB&T. You can give us a call here today, 800-889-0267, and we will get you that information as well.
And off the air, you can call us at 866-224-5422.
And you can reach AMP.
That's
It's
right.
going to be a great Saturday night. It's going to be a great Friday kickoff with the ADL.
And we got some new stuff coming.
And actually, the ADL was on
News.
Channel 5 yesterday on Michael Williams' show talking about
Wow.
hate and awareness and everything that's going on. And it's really, if we can educate, and I was talking to our guest Danielle, I'm going to introduce her in a moment. If we can educate, kids are not born with hatred, and children are not born eating badly. It's all learned behavior. So
yeah.
if we can educate families and children from the beginning and change the culture of thinking, imagine a world without hate. And the best news was we would put ADL out of business, and they would be grateful.
I know.
The
And
only business that would be happy to be put out of business would be the ADL if we can
So true.
get rid of hate.
And there's two more pieces of information I want to share before we go, I guess. I brought up the Oscar being live, just like we stream live, and things happen. You know,
7
now that's a
remember,
multi-million-dollar
There's a
production.
7-second delay.
It doesn't matter because
They still read the wrong name.
mistakes
did.
happen. You
Yes.
know, I do live stream and people scream at me because I may misspell a word or two or whatever.
That's what you do.
But you know, that's what live is about. That's
Yes.
why in the business they don't do live shows. They only do tape shows because live means you got to take whatever comes. But what you saw yesterday between those two companies, the unity, unheard of, unseen. You can't match that. That is the best rate. You will never forget these Oscars for the rest of your life. I know I won't. That's the first thing. The second thing I want to talk about is that you have a fantastic guest coming on, Two Broads from Boca.
Tonight I do. Her name is Sarah Blaine. She was a Shark Tank winner of the Christmas special in December. She created a company called Sealed by Santa. And she was given an offer by all of the sharks made her an offer. She took the offer with Lori, and it's Sealed by Santa. And Lori and she are still in negotiations, and they're talking about now she's launching Sealed by the Easter Bunny comes out Friday, and Sealed by the Tooth Fairy comes out next month. And she's going to be sending us the photos. And you know what? Here's my quote. If you believed in Santa and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy for 8 years of your life, you can believe in yourself for 5 minutes.
And the
Wow.
part of this show, the reason you got to watch it tonight, it's going to be on Two Broads from Boca.
6 o'clock on 95.3 FM, 1470 AM, on AMP, on Facebook, on Periscope, and of course,
Facebook.
twobroadsfromboca.com.
But you want to watch this tonight because the story that led this lady to be successful almost broke my heart when I
What's
heard
the
it.
product, though? What's
Sealed by Santa, so it's, you get a letter, your certificate of being nice.
Aww.
Santa came, there's an evidence kit. If you don't have a chimney, there's the magical Santa key.
Good. I didn't have one growing up.
So there's the magical Santa
She
key.
got it all covered.
There's a cocoa kit, which comes with the evidence, the cocoa,
The
a
whole
note
night.
from Santa that they came and they were there.
Oh, no.
And the Easter Bunny is coming, and the Tooth Fairy, which gives you perpetual hope throughout the year. So it's not just holiday specific, and I'm sure she's going to grow. She's a single mom with 2 very young daughters.
And this happened at a time in her life when things were going downward.
So I
Not
said
up.
to her, "How did Shark Tank find you?" And she said,
No, don't give it away.
as all of our guests say,
Faith.
Yep.
She says, God came down and put a blessing on me. You got to hear the story, ladies and gentlemen. I'm
You guys are
telling you,
making me
tonight,
cry.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, 2 broads from Boca. It was a very short phone call because I didn't want to do an interview on the phone. I wanted her answers to be spontaneous so we could explore them on air, but it's going to be incredible. It's so
Incredible.
much deeper than Sealed by Santa. It's what we do every day. It's
Whole
about
bunch
hope.
there. Whole bunch.
Hope and faith. So 6 o'clock, 2 broads from Boca,
It's amazing.
right here on
I can't
Facebook.
hardly wait.
I
And
see
I
that.
get to produce. I'm going to tell you, she touched me this morning.
And I have a studio audience coming tonight.
I wish I was there. I wish
Flamingo
I could be
House
there.
will be in the house. We've got Leslie coming to watch. It's going to be a big
we got
show.
a few other surprises you don't know about yet.
Uh-oh.
But it's
A
all
few
good.
other surprises. That
So you
scares
want all
me.
her answers to be organic, and that's why you didn't want to.
I just wanted to touch on it because my partner booked her and she's out of town on an emergency. So I always like to at least get a little bit of information from my guests
Right.
before they show up on air.
All right.
It
All right,
sounds amazing.
Now,
and
this is, if you miss tonight's show, you're going to miss a
one
whole month.
one last thing. I always ask for a sign every day that I'm doing the right thing. Because believe me, I have my moments where I'm like, this is it. I'm
Yeah.
quitting. This was the sign today. So thank you guys. Thank you.
Always.
You're doing the right thing.
Thank you, God.
I'm going to put that on my shirt. If you need a sign, you can read my shirt.
See, Danielle, I told you, you never understand what we fully do till you sit here and you experience what we do. There's really no way to describe in words what we do until people witness it.
Until we do it on the
Until we do
road
what we
on
do.
Friday. Did you see everybody's mouth? Everybody had a great time. We missed you, by the way.
I know. It was tough.
But it was a great set. That was a
Heather
lot of
and
fun.
Bobby Jackson, and Bobby wants to work with us some more.
Mhm.
Fitness, health,
It's all
laughing.
good.
It's all good.
Oh, good.
And
All
we have
right,
a very
so,
special guest with us tonight.
Who do we have?
Actually, the amazing thing is when people truly find us for what we do. And we have Danielle Hartman,
And yes.
who reached out to 2 broads on Facebook. She had seen us do an interview with Best Foot Forward and said, "You're right in my wheelhouse. You're in my backyard. I have a lot of money I want to give away to help children in need. Can I come on?" And I went, "Huh?
I know.
Can
Put
you?
The phone
How
down, says,
how quickly can I get you on?"
Is this a prank call? You're giving away what?
Who says you're giving away money to help children of all nationalities, all creeds, all everything, to get them to sleepaway camp, to get a day camp, any kind of camp, to give them a better experience in life?
Amazing.
So,
So,
welcome, Danielle.
Thank you.
Danielle is with Ruth Rails Jewish
Yes.
Services.
Yes, Ruth and Norman Rails Jewish Family Services. We've been in the community for over 35 years, serving South Palm Beach County, so primarily Delray Beach and Boca Raton. Yeah.
so you're an overnight sensation.
Overnight, 35 years.
Right, we're going to get lots of phone calls hopefully after this.
And you're based
show.
out of the JCC in West Boca,
We're
correct?
actually, it's on the Federation campus,
Okay.
which houses a JCC and several other agencies. It's actually the largest campus in the country. It's 110 acres.
Wow.
And there's the JCC, Federation, JFS. There's 2 HUD housings. There's Sinai Residences, which just opened. So it's a pretty big campus. But we also have 2 other locations. We operate the Weissman Delray Community Center off Atlantic Avenue in Delray. That's a senior center. That's been open since 2010. And we also have a food pantry. Our food pantry is located right off of Atlantic Avenue and Congress, right across from the county offices where they have the DMV and where the old Levengers building is.
Yes.
We have a warehouse right in there.
She doesn't know what that is.
Oh, you
but
don't
I
know where
do.
that
Where
is?
it
I
So
live
your
right
senior
there.
center, is it a
It's-
day center or is it a long-term
Yeah,
center?
no, it's a senior center. It's a day program.
Okay.
We do have some evening things going on there, but it primarily serves the western Delray communities, and then some of the Boynton, the southern west of Boynton, come down. And there are more than 300 activities going on
Wow.
during the week, and we get almost 1,000 people throughout the week coming, and we have buses that will pick you up and bring you to the center, because for seniors, socialization is so important. When seniors get stuck at home and they no longer drive, the morbidity rate just goes through the roof because they get depressed, and then that leads to health problems. So it's a wonderful place. If you have never been, you should stop there.
Can any senior come?
Any senior.
So you
yeah.
do not have to be Jewish. Any senior
No,
can come.
yes. Our agency is a non-sectarian agency, so we help help people of all ages and beliefs. So anyone who can get there or access our bus to get there, it's called Rails Rides. We would love for you to come take advantage
Really?
of what's going on there.
I didn't know that. I thought
I
you had
know
to
a lot
be
of people
Jewish.
don't know that. It's a big misconception, but
The ADL. I didn't
ADL
know what it
also.
was either until
Yeah.
she said to me, because I said, this ain't gonna
It's
work.
not only about anti-Semitism. It's
not.
about it's not, as you said, non-sectarian. It's
Yes.
across all religions, all
Yeah.
cultures.
I got
So it's
another-
a big misnomer. It's like Catholic Charities. People assume that it's mostly for Catholics, but they serve all
Sure.
people too. Yeah.
So your parents could have gone when they were
Yeah.
here,
I didn't
and they would have
know.
picked them up
Yeah.
I
when they
didn't-
come back.
hello?
Next time when they come back.
I didn't know.
When they come back. It's
that's
because you
why
don't
I'm
listen
here.
to me.
You
You don't
didn't
let
tell
me
me that.
explore my opportunities.
Let me ask you a question. I dealt with the Jewish Center in Delray. Are you affiliated? The centers are all affiliated? Are you the
Well,
president of all of them, or just the
No,
ones
no,
that you...
just the one that we own and operate in West Delray, which is the Weissman Delray Community Center.
Yeah,
So,
we have a lot to talk about.
yeah.
And tell us about the food pantry.
Yeah, so the food pantry, it's called the Jacobson Family Food Pantry. They're close to 500 residents of Boca Raton and Delray Beach that we provide bi-monthly food deliveries to.
Really?
Primarily, we have a full-time delivery driver, but we also have volunteers that make food deliveries. So if anybody out there wants to volunteer to deliver food to seniors, it's on Thursdays. It's a great volunteer opportunity. The food pantry, in addition to the deliveries, because a lot of the primary group doesn't drive, so we have delivery driver go out and make deliveries. But we also, if you come to our pantry, we have set up like shopping. So you can actually come shop for the food that you want instead of just taking what we give you, which we feel like really adds to the dignity of people who really, some cases it's to no fault of their own. There are a lot of people that are actually the working poor that have jobs, but they don't make enough to last them for the month for their food.
So you don't have to
So-
be a senior.
You don't have to be a
qualify
senior.
for food from the food pantry.
Right. We help. It's
Anybody.
anybody, Jewish, not Jewish, families. We have young families,
Holy
single
smokes.
mothers
I have an idea.
coming.
I know you do.
So we do, but the pantry, one of the reasons we moved it off the campus where we were because we wanted a place where we could take advantage of bulk buying, and we wanted a place where people could actually go and learn about hunger in our community. So that's how the pantry came to be. And so in addition to the shopping and the deliveries, the other thing that we do, which is different than a lot of other pantries, is that we developed a customized ordering system. So when they get their food delivery, they get like an order, a shopping list, and they get to pick the items that they want. So even the people who are not able to drive to our pantry, they actually get what they want instead of getting a bag of whatever we have to give. And we do a tremendous amount of food drives around our community. We have close to 100 food drives.
Holy
From
smokes.
fire departments have done food drives for us. Communities, school organizations have done food drives for us, and we rely on the food drives to supplement what we purchase in food. And in addition to the non-perishables, we also give out some fresh fruits and vegetables and then bread. Which is a really nice enhancement. And we partner with community partners like Boca Helping Hands, which has a food program, a hot meal program. So we share donations. Sometimes we have specific rules on what we'll take as far as donations regarding like the expiration date on food. So if there's things that we can't take, we usually check in to say if they can take something. It's a nice partnership, and it's a great
amazing.
Look
experience.
how well all these community organizations work together.
Yeah.
You would
Hold
never
on, hold
know.
on. Before we go
Yeah.
further, what is your demographic? Where is your
So,
mainstay?
Our mainstay is really the Western Delray and the Western Boca community. So I would say west of Jog Road,
Okay.
between Atlantic Avenue and a little bit south of Glades Road, right on the Boca Deerfield Beach border. So it's pretty big. I mean, we have a large community. We serve over 15,000 people a year, from children to seniors, families. We have a lot of services in addition to our food pantry, and we talked a little bit off the air on our senior services.
Right.
We also provide affordable mental health counseling, and we have psychological
yes.
testing.
One-stop shop.
Yeah,
Wow.
it really is, and we do partner with other
amazing.
agencies as well. But
Amazing.
and Best Foot Forward is one of our partners, which is why I wanted to get on the show, because right now, as you mentioned, we have some money for summer camp scholarships, which we would love to get in the hands of people who need it.
And we would love to help you do that.
Yes. So last summer we gave out over $100,000 in scholarships.
That's
to
what she told me.
families.
She says,
Yeah.
I have 100, sometimes I get extra zeros in my head.
Hey, you said like
Yeah.
10 million, 50 million.
$100,000. I'm thinking,
Right.
did you really say $100,000 of scholarship money It's not even a loan.
But wait a
It's
minute,
to give
scholarship
away.
money or for the day camps?
It's for
Kids,
camps.
scholarships to go to camp.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it could be sleepaway camp too. And
Now,
it doesn't have to be Jewish.
How do you qualify for this money?
So you have to. There is a financial qualification because we want to make sure that the most needy families are getting the funds. So you would call us. Our number is 561-852-3333 and just ask to speak to the financial assistance department. They'll have you fill out some paperwork to qualify you, and then we do a sliding scale. And we also work a lot with the local camps, so that if you're already getting financial assistance from a camp, then usually we have a connection, so we'll supplement whatever they're already providing to you so that you can
That's
make
amazing.
it. And really that's so, I mean, there's so many working mothers. You mentioned the woman on your show tonight, a single mother
Single
raising
moms.
2 kids. Well, think about it. In the summer, what are they going to do with their children if they're not in camp?
Good idea.
So we make it our goal to get as many kids in camp. We've had situations where maybe the family can only pay for, let's say, 1 month of camp, but camp is what, 12 weeks long? That
Kids
break?
are off for summer. Parents
Right.
are working. What do you do?
What is the
So-
age of the kids?
It could be from as young as 5. I think that's when they start going to camp, all the way
Kindergarten?
up to teenagers when they go to sleepaway camp, the older
Really?
kids. So it really, there is no age limit, but until there are no more camps available for kids out there. And we really want to get that funding in circulation. But in addition to the summer camp scholarship, another initiative we have through our Center for Families and Children is financial assistance for kids who need ACT and SAT tutoring, because we feel that there are so many kids who, it's a luxury. ACT and SAT tutoring for
It's expensive.
even middle class families is really a luxury, and it's
Yes.
really interesting when you talk to some families who might be coming for counseling. You'll say, well, have you thought, we have this counseling, we have a scholarship for ACT and SAT tutoring as well. It's like it's not even in their radar. The
Because
thought
they think,
of
how
that.
could I possibly?
Right.
Why
Afford
would
it.
I?
You
Who
can't
could
afford
afford
it.
it? I'm lucky I get food.
Right. So we've been partnering with a local organization to actually bring them into, like, Atlantic High School you mentioned, and the guidance counselors identify the kids that really need the tutoring but would never be able to afford it. And they run a class prior to the SAT and the ACT. We've done that 3 times this year, because they're close to the testing dates. And again, if you would like information about that, or maybe you have a high school that you'd like to bring us into that's in Boca or Delray, you can call us at 561-852-3333.
Do
We
we
found
have-
that to be more effective.
Do we
Okay,
have high school?
We have high schools.
Right.
Hold
Do
we
that
have
thought.
students?
Let's go to break because
Right.
there's so much information
Why
to
are we going to
process.
break?
Because it's time to go to break, and I want to revisit all of this. Give us a call when we get back. 800-889-0267. My brain, my ideas are exploding. We need to chat. We'll be right back.
Right. Thank you.
From simple sprains to highly complex surgeries, the Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County has been serving the South Florida community for over 65 years with the finest orthopedic and pediatric care. Our physicians are each experts in their field, providing a complete spectrum of musculoskeletal care from prevention and diagnosis to treatment and rehabilitation for every part of the body in both children and adults. Our doctors are able to perform the most advanced treatment options available, including PRP therapy, stem cell, arthroscopic surgery, and microsurgery. At the Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County, we are dedicated to providing a comprehensive solution to get you back to your routine as quickly as possible, in the shortest period of time, with the least amount of inconvenience. With 3 beautiful new offices located in Lake Worth, Boynton Beach, and Wellington, we are able to provide much-needed care to families in the South Florida area. Give us a call at 561-967-6500. From our experienced physicians to the most advanced treatment options to our state-of-the-art facilities and excellent support staff, the Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County is committed to providing you with the very best care. Call us at 561-967-6500 or find us at www.ocpbc.com.
Know your body, gain control of your health, transform your life. If your body could talk, what would it tell you? At DexaFit, they show you how to take control of your health and fitness to live a happier, more fulfilling life. Since 2011, DexaFit has measured thousands of clients' body composition and fitness performance levels across the country. Hormones, metabolic health, and cardio fitness all play a significant role in your energy levels, your sleep quality, and overall well-being. With their proven methods of measure, track, and discover, they show you how your body composition circulation, cardio fitness, and metabolic health compared to your optimal level. They make sure you're continuing to make progress and follow the best nutrition and fitness plans for your body type. At DexaFit, the goal is to help you identify and understand the health and fitness of how to transform your body to meet your individual goals, break through your plateaus, and take the guesswork out. Improve your energy level, sleep, and weight. Discover what's holding you back. Call 561-923-8833. DexaFit is conveniently located at 2499 Glades Road in Boca Raton. For more information, contact them at boca@dexafit.com or schedule an appointment online at dexafit.com. Identify your health risks and optimize longevity and fitness. Call 561-923-8833 and mention this ad for special pricing. Join the Anti-Defamation League as they team up with the Florida Panthers when they play the Dallas Stars. Saturday, March 4th at 7 p.m. at the BB&T Center to kick off a night of awareness for No Place for Hate, the ADL's National Anti-Bullying Initiative. Join them as they recognize the student leaders, schools, and programs that make a positive impact on our youth. For more information, contact the Anti-Defamation League at 561-988-2900. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 1-800-889-0267, toll free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 1-800-889-0267. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I don't even want to know what that is.
And we're back. The cafe doors are open. Give us a call, 800-889-0267. We have such an incredible guest with us. We have Danielle Hartman, No Place for Hate.
Ring of Life.
Yeah.
I'm looking at No Place for Hate. You can look at the Ring of Life.
I got a No Place for Hate button.
That's what I thought you were sharing.
I was. And
We're going to have T-shirts on Saturday.
T-shirts.
We've got Danielle Hartman from the Norman and Ruth Rails
Jewish
getting a
Family
t-shirt?
Services.
Jewish Family Services.
Am I getting a T-shirt?
Yes.
I can get you a JFS t-shirt.
Can you? I'll wear it. You know, I have a new thing. Remember? I don't know if I can say it.
Do you know the school that contacted us about their kids
Yes.
are being bullied is
Yes.
on that same campus
In
where
Boca.
you are? Yes.
Oh, really?
Well, we got 2 more schools that contacted me. I don't know what to do with these people.
What's happening is we're raising awareness that hate is unacceptable, that there are solutions, there is education out there, and the biggest problem, which is a sad problem, the schools don't want to admit it, that it's in their schools,
Yep.
and they are afraid to bring in outside resources because they think it diminishes the quality of the school. But it does
doesn't.
not.
It helps the quality of
It
the school.
increases the quality. It shows you that you are willing to reach out to resources, and it says, you know what, there is more out there, and let's bring help in.
That's right. And if you don't,
We did actually along those lines. One of the summer camps in our area had contacted us because they were looking for help. One of their campers they thought maybe had an eating disorder, and they wanted to have one of our counselors come in and do some training with their staff to know how to handle that situation. You know, we have had some schools contact us to bring in our staff to do courses on bullying and things like that. So there are some schools that will, thank goodness,
Absolutely.
raise a bell and make a phone call. And we're able to do that through our outreach department. We have a whole outreach department that takes all of our services and brings them into the community. So we have them going to synagogues, going to the JCC, going to public schools, private schools, just bringing our message and all of the services into a community setting.
well, that's an amazing thing that you do. It gives everybody a chance of hope. And
It
on
does.
Friday, when we do this with JJ, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you want to tune into this because there's a kid on there, not a boy, he's a man.
I already have chills thinking about it because I know where it's going, the untold stories, and I'm so glad you'll be able to send your outreach
Yes.
person from your program
Right.
to get more integrated in Atlantic High School and with the ADL. And Miss Lulez has the other school she's working with in Boynton Beach
Yeah,
that
we're
they're
be-
raising money for
we're go-
funds
we're
in
gonna-
Bali.
We're going to do that as well. Yeah, but Jackson is going to be there Friday.
Yes, he will.
And Jackson, he's a kid from the streets, and he will show you the other side that he's lived through it. He's lucky to be alive.
A lot of these kids are lucky to be alive, and they've been given another chance. And as you say, they've been touched by God, and they're here for a reason. And,
Another reason.
And their message
Yeah.
perpetuates, and JJ pays it forward, and she brings in Jackson, and Jackson will bring in somebody else, and now your outreach person can reach.
Right.
I love the ACT, SAT part of it also,
Right.
because you look at these kids, and they're from situations where one, they don't think they're ever going to go to college, and two, if they could, how do they get out from here?
Right. Or how do they get on a equal playing field as other
Exactly.
kids who do have the benefit of tutoring? So
That's
it really, and we also would be able to help kids if they actually need academic tutoring through the year. And again, Best Foot Forward, we try to partner with them to work with their kids who live in our catchment area, Boca Raton and Delray Beach, so that if they need supplemental tutoring, we can help provide that too. It's all about affordability and access, really.
So how can people, they say, I can't afford it.
Right.
Is it on a sliding scale?
Yeah,
Do they
it's on a
have to
sliding
give you,
scale.
like say some of these
Right.
kids, they're part of this special program,
Yeah.
the AVID program, and there is no finances whatsoever.
Right.
How do the kids come to you and say, it's
So in the
it makes them feel like I
schools-
don't have any money. How can I do
Right.
this?
Do I have a
So
chance?
Right.
in the schools, we really work closely with the guidance counselors and the administration, and they know the kids that are on the free and reduced lunch. So when the kids are on free and reduced lunch, we know that they qualify.
Right.
Because to be on free and reduced lunch, you have to be low income. If they come to us outside of a school, we work with the parents. We would never be able to work directly with the child without the consent of the parents. So we work with the parents, and we do ask for a tax return. We do ask to look at bank statements. And we do that not because we're trying to be difficult. We do that because we have a fiduciary responsibility to our donors who are entrusting their dollars with us, that we can
course.
get them to the people who need it most.
Right.
And so we try to make the process as well, it's completely confidential, but we try to make it as smooth as we can with the information that we're able to gather. But we do that because we need to make sure that we're working with the most needy families. And we do provide services on a sliding scale. So, for example, our psychological testing, we provide on a sliding scale. If you test privately, it can be upwards of close to $2,000. Again, a lot of families can't do that. And if you wait to be tested through the public school, you could be waiting a year or more. So we will work with families and provide that testing on a sliding scale. We have 2 psychologists on our staff. We also have a psychiatrist on our staff. Unfortunately, he doesn't see children. If anybody listening wants to work with children and wants to work at JFS, please contact us, because we have been looking for a child psychiatrist for over a year now. But we do have an adult psychiatrist, and all those services are on a sliding scale fee.
Okay, we'll find one. I'm getting
I
a
think
little.
we
We'll
have-
find
I
one.
need a
think we have one.
psychiatrist.
I think we have one.
I
Okay.
need a psychiatrist. But one of the things, in addition to along school readiness, we call that school readiness, the SAT and the ACT and the test prep. We also work with an organization called JELF, that's the Jewish Educational Loan Fund, and that process opens up March 1st, so I think that's 2 days from now. And that you do have to be Jewish for. It's not, we administer the program, it's not our loan fund, but it will provide up to $5,000 in an interest-free loan to, you have to have one family member that's Jewish, and you don't have to repay the loan until you've graduated from college. So in essence, you could get, let's say, if you get a
Interest-free?
loan,
Can you use it for
$20,000.
graduate school?
You can use it for undergrad. You can use it for graduate
See,
school.
someone told me that. I told my son to look into it for law
Yeah.
school.
Yes,
Absolutely.
It's called the Jewish Educational Loan Fund, and it's JELF. Go to their website and you apply online. Last year we had 4 students qualify from Boca and Delray, and we gave out through JELF over $16,000 in scholarship money. Not everybody gets the full $5,000. It depends on where you are and
Sliding
what you
scale.
need. Yeah, but that's something that I think more and more people should take advantage of.
Absolutely.
It's
Danielle, I graduated from NYU.
Oh.
I was the only person in my family who's ever gone to that school.
wow.
And I refused to go to any community college or city colleges when I was in school. I refused. I said, I'm either going to make it or not. And I went to some of the top schools, Cornell.
Wow.
I applied for all. I got a full free ride to NYU.
Wow.
If you don't apply, if you don't take a shot, you will never
true.
score.
If you don't ask,
Yeah.
you do not know.
You do not
It's
know.
true.
So if you see
Well-
us at the ADL event and
Yeah.
the rep is there, fill out the form.
Fill
man.
out the form, and
I'll
also
help you.
we also partner. Everybody who gets a JELF loan, also through our Center for Families and Children, qualifies for a $500 book scholarship, because we all know, or if you don't know, you
Yes.
should, that the cost of university books is ridiculous.
Astronomical.
Ridiculous.
Astronomical.
And so we also partner with organizations like the Rotary Club and FAU to provide $500 book scholarships for students
This
who
lady's
need
like
it.
a walking maze here. I'm shocked.
It's amazing
Yeah.
the amount of information that you have
It's
in your head.
unbelievable. You
Oh, well,
need
we
the
haven't even
hours.
tapped half of it.
And the resources that are available. And
Yeah.
you work with special needs kids, so you do
Yes.
the testing for them as well?
We do, and we also do a lot. We have 2 support groups that we run through the JCC. One is for siblings of if they have a brother or sister with special needs. So we have a sibling support group, and we also have a parent support group that runs on, I believe it's on Sundays out of the JCC in Boca Raton. The kids have a Fit and Fun program, and then we have a support group going on concurrently. So that way, the parents who often have difficult time getting places because they've got doctor's appointments and other activities, school, we bring it to them. And yeah, our special needs department is growing. We have a really great story. If you go on our Facebook page, you can see some video of a young boy that we helped buy a walking machine. His parents, it was one of the Sun Sentinel holiday stories. Somebody had seen it in the paper and called us, and we reached out to the family. They had raised half the money. They needed $30,000 to buy this walking machine. They had raised half, and we approached another donor, and between the three of us, we were able to help this young boy buy a walking machine. And his family sent me a video recently, which is posted on our Facebook page, of him on a soccer field just walking in this walking machine. I mean, and the joy on his face, and just to be able to bring that sort of experience to someone who would never have been able to do it. Yeah, they live in Boca. They're in Boca.
I want you to bring them to the set. You know what I'm going to do? I want to do the Brooklyn Cafe Kids. I want to have the Brooklyn Cafe Kids.
Yeah.
We're going to start an organization. We're going to start our own army.
A 501c3 Brooklyn Cafe Kids.
We'll start working on that. I think.
Carol, is that another sign for you? We are so busy. We go all day and all night.
But this is something.
I went to the grocery store yesterday. I have so much on my head, and I forgot the food.
She went home.
My husband says, "Where's the rest of the food?" I went, "It's still at the grocery store."
I'll be right back.
Funny.
He goes, "I will go get the rest of it."
Yeah,
Because there's a million things, and I knew we had you and tonight and kids and all of the things, and I was thinking about everything I want to do. Grocery shopping is not on my priority list, except we needed food. I may have to have Publix deliver now. Or I'm going to go to your food pantry. I don't know.
Right.
Well, Publix does deliver.
I know.
Yeah.
But
You know what I want to do? I want to do remote at the food pantry.
Oh, that'd be awesome. We'd love to host you there.
Remote at the food pantry.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'd love it.
We could do that.
And we can maybe we can bring in Leslie with us and do a food segment.
Yeah.
The grocery and what's so nice about your food pantry is, say you're dealing with someone who's diabetic or who can't have sugar, you don't give them a bag of white rice because they can't have that. It would be a waste. You
Well,
let
wait a
them
minute. I
choose.
got a different question. Do you have who gives out the food at the pantry?
So we have a warehouse supervisor who's there all the time. She meets. We try to be confidential as we can. So people make appointments to pick up the food, and then Carrie Stackhouse is the warehouse manager. She meets the families and lets them shop. They shop on their own, and then she checks them out, almost like you're at a store. She checks them out and makes sure that they have. You're allowed to take 10 items when you come to the pantry. So some people, if you want to take 10 cans of tuna fish, you can take 10 cans of tuna fish. If you want to take, all soup, then you can take. One of our hottest items is actually cereal, because cereal is so expensive, and people cannot. That is a luxury for a lot of people. I mean, think about it. Cereal is like almost $4 a box, and it's not a big box. So cereal is also a very popular item. So they do the shopping. We have volunteers that come sort. When we have food drives, we get tons and tons. We give out over 110,000 pounds of food a year. So you can imagine, with all the food coming in, we have volunteers come that sort the food and look to make sure the expiration dates haven't been passed. They stock our shelves. But the client, when they come to shop, they do so with dignity and privacy.
That's what I love about what you do. You make it as normalizing as possible.
Yeah.
You choose your
important.
food. You go in, you shop, you check out. It's not as if it's a handout. It makes
Right.
people feel like they have a reason to go. They're
Right.
still working for it.
Well, and a lot of the times, and one of the great things, because we have such a full service agency, a lot of times if someone comes in for food, they'll talk to the intake person, and it turns out that they also need help with financial assistance. So we get them financial assistance, or maybe they need a job, and we have a whole career and employment services department too. So we
You don't
help
even know
them.
they do that.
Right.
They
So we help people
find
get jobs too.
Okay,
So
hold on, because I'm going on overload now. I want to get your phone number out,
yes.
so let's give that.
Right, it's 561-852-3333. And if we could just stay on the career and employment services for a moment, because we're trying to launch 3 new subgroups out of that. One is it's called GY6. It's for newly returning veterans and their families.
That's
So not
needed,
just for
yes.
the veterans, but also their wives, because oftentimes those wives have not worked in a while. Maybe they've just stayed at home, which is a wonderful thing to do, and they need a little bit of help getting back to the workforce. And the military people need help translating their military experience into layman's terms that we can all understand and appreciate. So that's called GY6. We also have a program called Comeback Careers, and that's for women who have not been in the workforce, not just military wives, but maybe they were stay-at-home moms and they got divorced and they really haven't worked out in corporate America for a long time. We help them. Those women usually have a lot of self-esteem issues, so we have to help them get ready to even go out and interview. It's not just getting them a job and helping them fix up the resume and sending them out the door. We do a lot of work with them while they're interviewing and then post. Once they even get a job, we check in. We work with
So do you have social workers that work with them on empowerment and self-esteem?
That's right. We're very fortunate. Unlike some other vocational services departments, we have a psychologist in that department. We have licensed clinical social workers that work in that department. We also have people that have experience with job placement. So we really have
What was the third one? You said there were three.
third one, I said psychologist.
No, you have veterans, comeback
Oh,
careers.
yes,
Your
thank
third
you.
One.
The third one it's an acronym because it's for millennials. It's called WTOF,
And there it is.
which stands for Working Towards Our Futures.
There it is.
And it addresses the challenges that millennials face in finding and maintaining employment. Millennials, they will improve their job search skills. They gain insight on what employers are really looking for, and they learn how to stand out in the candidate pool. Because there's a lot of millennials that have gone to college, have graduated, and they're waiting tables or doing something while they're waiting, and they don't quite know how to get launched. So this program called WTOF helps millennials get launched. So those are 3 sub-programs we are launching in March. So if you call, again, if you are a newly returning veteran, a woman who has not been in the workforce for a long time, or a millennial that's not yet found your niche, then please call us at 561-852-3333, and we will get you into one of those programs. And then that's in addition to our normal program, which is called the Steps to Success. And those are
Amazing.
for anybody else who's not one of those 3 subgroups can come, and we have job coaches that help people. But I think, especially for example with the military, one of the reasons why we've had great successes in that area is because we work with the employers to help them understand maybe some of the issues that some of these people are facing. So we have a partnership actually with CVS to train retail workers in their stores. So it's a program we help with the soft skills, the socialization and things, and then they get placed in a CVS store to work for a couple months, and then hopefully they'll be picked up by CVS as a employee. And we have other, yeah.
I have a question about that.
Sure.
Because my brother is autistic.
Yes.
And he, along with the Social Security,
Yes.
through SSI,
Yeah.
he has a job, but he's been at this job at the kennel club for
Yeah.
a long time. And he doesn't like it. It's also outside, so he's in the elements.
Yes.
And I was wondering if you guys hire people with disabilities. He's high on the spectrum.
Sure.
And I think the prereq, I don't know if it's a requirement he would have to get paid, but he only works 3 days a week.
Sure. So there's another community partner on the campus actually in Boca where we are called the Jewish Association for Residential Care. They actually do day training and housing for adults with developmental disabilities, including people on the autism spectrum. So when we started our career and employment services, they had already been doing it for a long time with that particular population. So I can connect you if anybody out there needs help.
Yes.
If you call our office, we can connect you to JARC. It's called JARC. Actually, back to the food pantry for a second. I forgot to mention, we actually
She needs another hour.
Right.
She needs another
We
show here.
You
we
need
partner
another
with JARC because one of their day training programs is food service. They have a catering business, and we have a Meals on Wheels program where we deliver
Of course
prepared
you do.
meals to seniors, and that's a partnership with JARC. So if you have an adult with special needs, we don't necessarily do that directly for jobs because JARC's doing it so superbly, but you can call us at 561-852-3333. We can get your brother, maybe he needs a job coach through JARC to kind of get him in a different place.
Just
What do we got left?
We have 4 minutes.
4
No.
minutes?
Okay, let me ask you.
We have a little over. We have a little over
It went
4.
so fast.
But I
Well,
know
you have
I
to
have so
come
many
back.
questions.
Wait, I know.
Absolutely.
I have so many questions because
I know, but I got a question.
well, hold on. He would just need something simple like stalking, something
Yes.
because they have to have a routine.
Right. So so JARC has job
Remember that.
coaches that help find different employment, whatever.
Thank
so
you.
we can connect you to them.
Yes.
They're a wonderful agency in
JARC.
our
I'll
community.
give you the
Yes.
card.
Phone number is 561-852-3333.
I got a question.
Now we have 4 minutes.
And then she puts up the 4
Right.
minute sign, you see? Did you create this whole concept of multiple concepts? Is this your
Wraparound.
creation?
It's actually called wraparound services. That's the clinical term for it, wraparound services, and it's when you address problems by providing all the services wrapping around the client. So I can't take the credit for it, but we're just fortunate to have a very generous community that supports our agency and enables us to start new programs like our Career and Employment Services, which only launched in 2014. Our Special Needs Department launched in 2014. We've had some really great, because people have come to us and said, what are you not doing that we need to do? And we're lucky enough to have support to make those things happen.
Well, they are lucky to have you as a
Yeah.
voice, because
Thank
what
you.
an incredible resource you are, and the information you've provided is truly unbelievable. We need
Right.
to book her again.
Absolutely.
I'd love to come back.
I think
come
she
back.
should be here every week. Let me
I
tell you
agree.
something.
I
We talked
agree.
about
Sure.
billboards. Do you
Yeah.
know that you are a walking billboard? You are?
Well, thank you.
We're going to get a
I
shirt with
think.
all your services on the back of your shirt. Put
Yeah.
that down. I'm done with you. But we're going to put all the services on the back of her
I
shirt.
think we need to do a weekly segment with them.
I need to do something.
it.
We got to put it on multiple shows. This information that she shared today with the millenniums.
With everything, veterans, women
Millennials.
returning to the
Holy
workforce.
smokes.
I was like that. I was like a woman returning to the workforce after
You
I
are.
raised my kids.
Right,
Yeah.
I was too. It's called sequencing. I took 5 years off to raise my kids, and then I needed to come back, and
And so
Amazing
many are
story.
afraid to go back to work because what do you put on your resume?
Right.
How
and
do
they
you
also
get a
have
resume
self-esteem
together?
issues. A lot of
Yes.
those women have self-esteem issues. We need to help them heal first before they're even ready to go out. And because we have social workers and psychologists on our staff, we can help people heal, and then they go out. We call them job ready. So we don't even let anybody go out and interview until they're called job ready. And to be job ready, that means you have to be in a mental place that you can actually not just go get a job, but you can sustain the job. Yes.
Oh my
Amazing.
gosh.
Yes.
Thank you, Danielle, so
Thank
much.
you.
Your
Give out the
phone
number again.
Yeah, the phone number is 561-852-3333. It's very easy.
Should they
website?
ask for somebody
Yes, our
specific?
website. Nope. Just call, and our intake department will set you where you need to go. And our website is railsjfs.org. That's spelled RALES.org. Railsjfs.org. We'd love to
Thank
hear
so
from
much.
you.
And remember,
Yeah.
you do not have to be Jewish. It is
Yes.
non-sectarian. It is for everybody, all ages,
faiths, all
all
backgrounds.
all
That's a nice
backgrounds,
word.
all cultures. Non-sectarian.
I like that. Is that a real word?
Yes, it is
Yes,
a
it
real word.
is.
Special thank you to
Thank
our
Puerto
you
Rican.
for
sponsors.
having
I tell
me.
you.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. You will be
Thank
back.
you.
Thank you to our sponsors, DexaFit, train smarter, not harder, the gold standard in body composition and metabolic analysis.
Oh, come on. You got to move.
561-923-8833
Also,
and
by watching on the
orthopediccenter.com, ocpbc.com, 561-967-6500. Don't forget the ADL, the event Saturday night,
March 4th.
March 4th, 7 o'clock p.m.
And the event you're doing.
And International Women's Day coming next week, the 8th. We'll fill you in at the Flamingo House.
At the
Invite
Flam-
only, but we will be streaming. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Be kind to each other. Have a great day.
And don't be
Thank
late.
you.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. And even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day, Monday through Friday at 12 noon. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. Although today's show was live, you can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe to rewatch every minute of the show. Call 866-224-5422 to talk with Dawn and Freddie S. after closing, or to leave an order for fun for tomorrow. Have a meaningful day.